Hello lads, I'm Zephyr the Jester and welcome to Legend of Grimrock 2. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I really look forward to showing you exactly why. This game is so good, so let's just cut to the chase, get right into a new game. I usually play on hard, but for the purposes of this, let's go with, normal. I would like to create custom characters. These are additional difficulty modes. I don't want to use those right now. Character creation is a bit in depth, but thankfully I have it written down here exactly what I want to do. Our first character is going to be, let's see, they're humans, insectoids, lizardmen, minotaurs, ratlings. Humans suck, never play a human. Our first character is going to be a lizard man. And actually, it's going to be our toughest, tankiest character and also our battlecaster. Battle mage. Plenty of classes. They're all pretty much what they say on the tin. Farmers are interesting, but yeah, not going to play one of those. They're weird. Battle mage. All my points into vitality for health and willpower for magic energy. Lets me cast spells. We're also going to take the lizard man trait, endure elements, which increases all elemental resistances by 25%, and fast metabolism. It makes my health and energy regenerate faster, but also makes my character hungrier faster. Worth it. So, battle mages, they have balanced health and energy gains. They can wear armor they can wear more armor. It doesn't burden them as much. I can cast spells with my bare hands, and I gain additional armor and elemental resist when I have a magical staff or orb in my hand. And as you can see, right off the bat from the get-go, my character is resisting half of all elements. It's insane. Lizardman battle mages. They're amazing. Over here we have our skills, which is our focusing paths to determine what our character does. They're all pretty good, except for firearms and earth magic. Both of these are trash. Never take them. I'm going to take fire magic and concentration. Fire magic lets you throw fireballs. Good stuff. Concentration increases my energy. And there are also some elementless spells that concentration awards. So it's very good to have for a spellcaster. For a name, let's go with Sidoen. That's actually a name of a character in a book I wrote when I was a teenager, who was also a lizard man. And let's go with this. How about, no? Yeah, I'm feeling this. Tough and fierce. Good stuff. That's our first character done. Our second will be a insectoid barbarian. Insectoids are kind of fragile, but they have a 50% less chance to get their body parts crippled, which is very handy for a frontline fighter, like a barbarian. But rather than using melee weapons, this guy's actually going to be using throwing weapons, such as throwing knives and javelins and all that, and also armor for beefy, tanky protection. Put all my points into strength and dexterity. He doesn't need as much vitality because he has heavy armor in mind to protect him. And for traits, we're going with chitin armor for additional 10% protection, and quick, which is also an insectoid trait. Makes me do actions 10% faster. Very handy for a throwing character. Everything seems in order. Let's go with Monborfo? Yeah, okay, let's go with a Monborfo. Let's make him a bee dude. Because he throws sharp things. He's a stinger. Monborfo. Third character would be a Minotaur Rogue. That's right. Minotaur Rogue, can you believe it? These guys specialize in dual wielding. Oh right, Barbarians, they get +1 strength per level, so they'll get really, really strong. And they have the worst energy gain, but that doesn't really matter because throwing weapons don't use energy at all. None whatsoever. So, Minotaur Rogue, their Minotaurs are really strong offensively, but they consume food 25% faster. And Rogues, they are specialized in dual wielding and also get better critical hits with ranged weapons, but this guy's not going to use ranged weapons. Going to put all our points into dexterity, because he needs dexterity, and willpower. Wait. Oh, no, sorry. Vitality. For traits, we'll take Headhunter. Minotaurs can get +1 strength for each skull carried in their inventory. Very good. And also Martial Training for increased melee attack accuracy. And this guy's going to use light weapons. Now, usually, these first two slots are front row fighters, and the back two are back row fighters. Usually melee attacks can't reach forward from the back row, but with 2 points in accuracy, they can. So I'm putting accuracy here. And at level 2, this guy will be able to use melee attacks from the back row. Very useful. He's going to be our light and fragile melee heavy hitter. Let's go with Uldok. Sure, why not? Final character. A Ratling, which are very evasive, have good carry capacity, immune to diseases. And a Alchemist. Alchemists are very useful. They have pretty balanced energy and health gains, and the herbs that they carry in their inventory multiply with steps taken. And alchemists can brew some very, very good potions. You don't need to be an alchemist class to brew potions. Anyone can do it, but alchemists can multiply herbs, so they make a nice fit. They also are good with firearms, but firearms are not good. They are trash. Never use firearms. But yeah, we're going all points into dexterity and vitality, because he's going to be really squishy. Don't need strength at all. Our Rattling racial ability offsets the low equipment burden. For traits, we're going with the Rattling trait Mutation, which increases one of my attribute scores chosen randomly by 1 whenever I gain a new level. Very useful. And also Aggressive, which increases raw damage dealt. And this guy's going to be an alchemist, of course, and also missile weapons, which are bows and crossbows and the like. He's going to be fragile, going to help our team out with brewing stat increasing potions. It's good stuff. Let's go and just name this guy Zephyr. Why not? After me. I love this face. This is the best face. You can't deny that this is the best. Oh, I forgot to change this icon, didn't I? Let's go with this one. Female Minotaur. Gender doesn't matter in this game, it's just cosmetic. Sidoen, Monborfo, Uldok, and Zephyr. Everything seems to be in order. So yeah, let's start the game up. Let's go. Ah, there we go. First thing you'll notice about this game is that it's very pretty for an indie game. Quite love it. Let's pick up the stick and bash our way out. Second thing you'll notice is that it's grid-based. Indeed, this game is an old-school dungeon crawler with very, very good level design and enemy variety and puzzles and strategy. This tutorial beach area isn't too impressive, but as we get through the game, you'll really see what I mean. This game just level design is the best. Got a little bit of fruit here. Now, as you can see, each character has a food bar. As it lowers, their stats will go down, so you gotta maintain their health. And food really isn't a big issue at all, even though my battle mage and my minotaur here are both gonna have higher food consumption rates. But it's just not something you ever need to worry about. There's an infinite supply of food. It's just more for flavor, I think. Also of note is that this is a fruit, and most of the races have special links to food. So if you feed fruit to an insectoid, you get stat boosts. If you feed eggs to a lizard man or cheese to a ratling, then they also get boosts periodically. Minotaurs and humans do not get food boosts. So let's get going. There's plenty of secrets to find and items to collect. We have a rock here. I'll give it to my insectoid because he throws things. We'll find better weapons eventually, but for now, it'll work. Whoa. That was an enemy over there. We won't get to that area for a while though. Sometimes stuff washes up on shore. I'm checking to see if there's anything. Here we have our first bit of armor. I'm gonna give it to our frontline battle mage because our insectoid over here has natural protection from a trait I took. This guy's gonna need as much armor as he can. This guy will wear heavy armor, this guy slightly less so. He's more of an elemental tank, if you remember. I'm already resisting all of these elements. Is there an item in here? My memory of this place isn't the best. Ah, over here. Bone Club. This is a heavy weapon, so none of my characters are going to use it. But for now, I'll give it to my insectoid, because he has nothing better to do, really. Smash our way in. Come on. There we go. Alright, time for combat. This game does not have turn-based. It's live action, or not, whatever you call it. And you can't just sit there and tank hits. No matter how tanky your front row of fighters are, it's imperative that you dodge around enemies and tactfully hit their sides where they're weak. Well, not where they're weak, but where they're vulnerable. And that sounds simple, but later in the game when you're dancing around dungeon traps and pitfalls and flame pits and what have you, it becomes a bit scarier and tenser. Here we have our first herb. This is frost element and energy based. I'll give it to my alchemist to hold. Looking around for other items. Hey, here's an egg for our lizard man later. I like to have my minotaur hold all the food. They can hold a lot of stuff. Ah, the dance of death. Whoa! You don't spawn there often. Hello. Oh, that better not have flown into the sea. Spellcaster's out of magic. That's unfortunate. Happens a lot though in the early game. Eventually I'll be able to make energy potions. There we are. See, we have a lot of food already, and no one needs to eat yet. More herbs. And here we have our first secret. I really love games that have chests you actually open and take from the inside. It's not just a menu. It's so cool. Have a torch, very useful. Have our Minotaur hold that for now. And some more food. Now let's open up the map here. The map is very useful, indispensable. There's a difficulty option to completely avoid using it, or you can't use it anymore. Let's just leave a hint down that I opened this chest. Lots of extra marks you can do. That will really help me get around and solve puzzles. Over here, iron key. Let's have our Minotaur hold that for now. We'll need that to get out of this area. A dart. Yes. This would be our first throwing weapon. So we'll give the stone to our ratling. This guy now throws things. Oh, here's a second dart. Excellent. Almost missed it. Oh, and a third. Wonderful. I'm so glad I didn't miss those. Sometimes it can be hard to see stuff here. Get another egg. Good. Nothing's randomly generated in this game, I don't think. Everything has a scripted placement. So if I miss something, feel free to yell at me. Okay, here's our first real puzzle here. The way forward is gated. 2 pressure plates. Gotta solve this. Nothing. And opens it. And now it's closed. And we can't like squeeze around here. So if we stand here, then put some turtle meat. There you go. Alright. This is where the tutorial opens up a bit more. Before I read this letter, let's kill these turtles. Meat. Enemies do respawn in this game, but not often. Sometimes there are scripted respawns where enemies get populated with brand new areas when you return, but that's very rare. And mostly related to the story. Yeah, I'm already overflowing with food. It really doesn't matter in this game. Crystal of Life. Touch to heal wounds and restore dead champions back to life. Beware, its power needs time to recharge. Exactly what it says on the tin, really. Saves your game, too. And they're even marked on the map. Very handy. Over here, a scroll of fire burst, which teaches us how to use a spell. If you have the skill points needed to cast a spell, you can just cast it right away. But if you don't know them off the back of your hand, you'll need to find scrolls to tell you how to cast them. I know all the spells in this game. It's various combinations of these runes here. Very simple. This top left corner is fire burst. Simple as that. Over here, 3 throwing knives. Excellent. Perfect for our throwing barbarian over here. As for this heavy weapon, yeah, it's better in every way for this guy. He's not going to use melee weapons later. But for now, it's better than nothing. Anyway, yes, this letter. Dear visitor, welcome to my island. I hope your journey was not too detrimental to your health. I think you will find this island to be the most wonderful yet the most perilous place on Earth. I don't have high hopes about your survival, but maybe you can prove me wrong. Better equip yourself before the night falls. The Island Master. Yeah, I love this letter. Right away, it just tells you that this isn't someplace normal. You washing up here was not an accident. Some master here, the Island Master, is pulling strings. Gives a little hint of the plot. Let's give this over to here. Usually I give this to my second front low fighter, but he has 10 protection already, so let's give that to my rogue. My alchemist here has high evasion, 9 evasion, while my rogue has nothing going for him, so I think poor Zephyr over here is going to have the worst priority for our new armor. Over here is just a suspicious area. Location of your first challenge. When you're ready, stand in the circle and call out to the guardians. Yeah, that's the next area of the game. If we're to get through it, we're going to have to solve this riddle. Okay. This is a golden keyhole. I'll wait to talk about this until much later. They're very important, but it can wait. Oh wow, the crystal recharged already. That's fast. Yeah, see, can't reach from the back row yet. Need more accuracy. Is there nothing here? No. Here we have a statue with outstretched hands, like he's waiting for something. We'll have to remember this. 9 pressure plates. X marks the spot. Well, you know what that means. Simple as that. Making an X pattern. You don't need to leave stuff here. You can pick it back up once you open it for the first time. Alright, this is kinda rude, but this is an ambush that'll really get most players. Let's lure this guy out. Our fire magic and throwing is doing the most damage right now. But both are kinda limited in supply at this point. It's nice that when you walk over your spent ammo, you can pick it right back up. Well, except for firearms, which is part of the reason they're really terrible. Missed. Come on. Uh-oh. Okay, that one saw me. This is gonna get a bit messy. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna have to dance circles around this guy to get at my ammo, because I have no way to attack him right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. Maybe I should level up accuracy some more on this guy. Yeah, the early game can be pretty slow paced when it comes to combat. But when I get more tools and options, it'll be a lot smoother, I think. Oh, come on. Please. Oh, for the love of... Rotten luck. Oh, right. 3 through 9 plus strength. Okay, these are better. Let's give it more priority. Here's another one of those statues. Legend of Killigan. Killigan. The second most precious thing in life for a seafaring captain is his sword, because without it he cannot command his crew. Thus, upon losing his weapon somewhere in Shipwreck Beach, he lost what is most important to him, the respect of his crew. Yeah, something tells me we need to give these statues their swords back. So let's keep an eye out for them. Yay, a nice hat. A new type of herb. These are dexterity based and air based. Falcon Scree. The Falcon Skyer, I think. That's more like it. Ah, this is one of the most important herbs. Blood Drop Cap. They are health and fire based. I'll be making a lot of health potions with them later. But yeah, it's good to have my alchemist hold them because they're already duplicating. Well, they will eventually through steps taken. Okay, here's a new mechanic. Wind gates. Glue blowy fields. You step through them and you teleport. We went from here to here. Oh, and time doesn't pause while you're in a venue, so... through the map screen, I mean. So you gotta be careful. I think it's time to eat. Let's give our Minotaur some turtle steak. Give our insectoid a fruit. An egg to our lizard man. And we don't have any cheese for our ratling, so let's give a heavy turtle steak to our ratling. Yes. Here we have a sack. These are very important. They help you carry more stuff. They have a small weight to themselves, but they are in themselves tinier inventories. Carry space is not a problem in this game, just carry weight. And inside this one, we have more rocks and a sling, our first missile weapon for our ratling. Just like that, our rocks are turned from throwing weapons into missile weapons, which is what he's built for. And here if we put the stick through the gate, just like at the start of the game, got this chest. An ornate key, dagger, and a healing potion. Very handy. Let us give the dagger to our Minotaur, because it's a light weapon, which is what she's built for. Can't use it quite yet, but we will soon. In fact, let's give our other stick to her. And I open this. Alright, there is a day-night cycle in this game. And as you might remember, the letter from the Island Master hinted that serious shit goes down at night. But that's a lie. I think this is just cosmetic. Absolutely nothing is different at day or night. There's one puzzle in the game I can think of that depends on the time of day. But you really don't need to worry about it at all. Alright, we got 2 Zarkons in here. So let's open. Kill him. Put our sling to good use. Ah, yeah, look at that. Our party's starting to get going. Yeah, look at that. Just imagine how fast we'll kill stuff with when our Minotaur gets to melee attack from the back row. More Falcon Skyer. And a crate. These are slightly heavier versions of the sacks, but they can hold more space. A scroll of Poison Cloud, level 1 Earth magic. We are never going to cast this, so we can just toss it. A shovel, very important item that lets you dig up any tile in the game. And sometimes there are chests buried, and typically there are hints, such as this one. At the lone oak, in the shadow of the blue light, I buried it. Captain Killigan. I think we all know what that means. Let's go treasure hunting. And, look at this, a rapier. I guess this must have been, with this note, must have been belonged to Killigan. So maybe we can do something about those statues. Obviously we should give the sword to this statue, but we have some other stuff to take care of. In the shadow of the blue light, by the lone oak tree, I buried it. Let's dig. It digs one tile in front of you. And sure enough, got a load of experience and a treasure. We have another healing potion, which I'll give to Monborfo over here. And an embalmer's robe. +2 protection, +1 vitality. Pretty decent. Everything's in order. Now the rapier is going to make a fine weapon for a Minotaur in a few minutes. But he can't quite use it yet. Oh wait, he can use it. My bad. Most weapons in the game, in addition to having base requirements, also have requirements for a special attack, which is performed by holding down the attack button. And you need, for this rapier, you need 3 skills in light weapons, which the rogue doesn't have, but will eventually have. For now, let's give the sword to this statue. Secret! Here we have our first golden key. These are super important. Like, unbelievably important. Let's see. Nothing to do with this stick for now, but I might hold on to it. Also, let's equip our potions real quick. Each character has 2 tabs for their immediate accessories. But when you're swapped away from something, you don't get any passive benefits from it. So it has limited usefulness. It's nice for potions and bombs, though. Yes, so we have our first golden key. Let's talk about the golden keyholes. Right here, golden keyhole, golden key. Why won't I use them? Here's the thing. The golden keyholes are locks that seal away the game's best loot. There is incredible loot behind them. But here's the catch. There are more golden keyhole treasure hoards than there are golden keys. So I want to be stingy with them. Or stinging, however you pronounce it. This first golden keyhole is a total beginner's trap. The items in here are mediocre. Like, they'll take you into the mid-game, but not much farther. There's just a cool dexterity-focused dagger here, and a skill-increasing potion. But our alchemist is going to be able to make them on his own pretty soon. Well, not soon, but eventually. So, we're completely ignoring this golden keyhole. I don't recommend using your first golden key here. Save it and use it for something better. Alright, now then, it's time for our first dungeon delve. The game comes in two parts, surface areas and underground dungeons, and they link up quite frequently, and there's so much that's cool to them. I love the atmosphere in these places. And light is an issue. Very soon, at level 2, my battle mage is going to be able to cast a light spell, but for now I think I need a torch. So let's give it to our Minotaur for now. She can't really dual wield yet, so it doesn't matter. Here we have lockpicks. Sometimes treasure chests are locked. This will help you get inside them. It's the only way to get inside them. Treasure chests don't have their own keys. Another healing potion. And Scroll of Shock, a level 1 air magic. I don't plan on using it, so we're good. Halls of the Dead. You know what, I think now's a good time to drop our first save. Don't mind these are practice. Let me just delete these. Starting up the game. Now, as you might expect, the Halls of the Dead have some dead people in them. Very weak to fire. Those red numbers signify elemental exploitation. This is part of the reason why I said earth magic is pretty bad. There's a lot of undead in the game, and earth magic is kind of a misnomer. It's actually poison magic. It's all poison spells. So let's back out here and enjoy our first level up. Let's see. For Sidoen, let's go with concentration level 2. That unlocks some more elementless magic. Notably, if we remove our torch from our rogue here, and then cast up and then center, light. It's a natural, unnatural white light compared to the torch's orange glow, but it's very clear and has the same radius, so it's pretty good. It doesn't last nearly as long. Torches can go out, but the light magic does need to be recast periodically, which can leave you in trouble if you're in the middle of a dark area and it runs out and you're swarmed by enemies and you don't have the magic to cast it again and you can't see and you die horribly. That's a thing that can happen. Oh yes, other characters. Monborfo is level 2. So let's go with throwing. We want to get to throwing as fast as possible in this guy. Not only do we do more damage, but at the 5th level, we throw both weapons in both hands at once with just one action. Throwing weapons can put out some unreal damage. They're crazy. Level 3 for our Minotaur Rogue. We want accuracy level 2. Now she can melee attack from the back row. And Zephyr... alchemy is really good. At the 4th level, at each level you can brew new potions, but at the 4th level in particular, you get to brew stronger variants of the health and energy potions. At the 5th level, I can craft 3 bombs in one go. But for now, we want to go with missile weapons for more damage. At level 4, we ignore 20 points of an enemy's armor, which is super good. Because, to the best of my knowledge, the game has a very simple addition and subtraction armor calculation. Like if the enemy has 100 armor and you hit them for 120, they're only going to take 20 damage. It's very simple, so any armor ignoring is super good. That's done. Let's explore this some more. Have a new crate. Pellets and a gun. terrible, never use them? No. Let's start storing some food in here. I'll keep this racial food exposed though for quick use. Nice boots. Protection +4. Very good armor. Monborfo doesn't need any armor yet. Not really. In fact, why don't I take this shirt off him and give it to Zephyr? Okay, here. Okay, this is where the game gets really dastardly. You see this little indent here? That is a hidden switch that leads to a secret. Yeah, these are all over the game. Everywhere. And it can get crazy, but not so much that you want to examine every single wall of every area. You don't need to do that. No, more like it's pretty rational where the hidden switches are. If something seems off to you, if you feel like there's something more to a room you're missing, you'll probably find one. So let's head up. Oh, turtle. Oh, so much damage. Now we're cooking with fire. If you're using characters with consumable ammo like this, it's good to double check every once in a while to make sure you have the right amount before you leave an area. Make sure you don't leave your precious ammo behind, because you don't get a lot of it, and so every little bit counts. Oh man, I'm getting lucky with this double steak drops. Good stuff. I have enough food to take me through like the rest of the game at this point. Oh, check this out. Duplications. It's nice that the duplications appear in new slots to show that they duplicated. So it doesn't feel like random chance or whatever. Or like random additions you don't even notice. We don't have alchemy tools yet, so we can't make any potions, but we will soon. Over here, our first locked chest. I have no qualms about using lockpicks when I need them. I think there's enough lockpicks to open every locked chest in the game, unlike gold keys. So let's just use it. Thrailum Tribal Mask. Protection +3, Energy +5, Evasion -5 without light armor proficiency. Yeah. If you notice, you need certain skill levels of armor to wear armor without evasion penalties. For Sidoen, I won't ever worry about evasion penalties. I want to soak up as much damage as possible. For now, though, let's give it to Monborfo because he's gonna have light armor proficiency in a while. I actually do plan to raise his armor skill. Opened. Not much to this first dungeon. Level design gets a lot crazier later. It's very simplistic early on. Not a lot of complicated puzzles. We're very much still in the tutorial. Okay. Here's our first instance, really, of like multiple enemies attacking us. You gotta get very good at kiting enemies, making sure they don't hit you. Oh. Oh wow, only 5 damage. Normal mode is a bit too easy, I think. I'm too used to hard mode. Come on. There we go. Iron key. I like to keep all my keys and important story items on my main character here. Yeah, sometimes doors aren't barely let you see in. Drives up the mystery and the danger. Because 2 enemies in here. They deceived us. Oh, come on. It was right there. How did you miss, Monborfo? So yeah, eventually my fire mage here is going to learn more than just this one tile ranged attack. And eventually it's going to leave my rogue here as the only melee character. Which is kind of interesting because I've actually never done a playthrough with 3 ranged characters. It's going to be a bit interesting. Alright, got all my stuff. Horn of Summoning. A pungent earthly smell. Well, I think we all know what we need to do with this. Yeah, as the hint says, you can rearrange your characters if you want, but I don't ever need to do that, I don't think. It's just if you want to move characters around. Simple as that. And with that open button that opened this pathway, we're back here. Oh, I don't think I should have clicked that. I mean, my characters might die here in this boss fight. Oh well, I'll roll with the punches. Alright, all our health and energy is full, we got all our ammo. Let us use the Horn of Summoning. Viper roots. Weak to fire, as you might imagine, and there are 2 of them. They pop up in a radius around you to attack. So we've got to listen for the sound effect and dance circles around them. Yeah, these guys are pretty tanky and very have a lot of tenacity. They're relentless. You gotta. This is where the game really enforces you gotta dodge around. You just can't tank attacks. Thankfully, due to their vanishing and popping up nature, it gives you a lot of opportunities to run around and collect your ammo that you miss with. Oh, yeah, if you stand in a straight line from their mouths, they will spit poison at you. I don't think it can actually inflict poison, but it's worth it not to stand around. Alright, we killed one. We got this in the bag. Oh, whoops. And we're done. Let's see. Let's collect our spoils. Get our ammo back. Well, obviously, big glowing rock. Power gems. Power gems are extremely important. These are the keystones that let you complete the game. And obtain the secret ending even. We'll need a lot of them. So we'll keep it in safekeeping. Also on hand is the Horn of Summoning, which we used to just summon this boss. There is one more area where this is used, so don't get rid of it yet. Now then, With that boss defeated and our first power gem claimed, we opened the way to the second area, the forest. And I think that makes for an excellent point to stop for this first session. Oh, almost missed a rock. So you really gotta double check your ammo all the time. So yeah, that concludes our first Let's Play of The Legend of Grimrock 2. Hope you like it. The game gets so much better from here. This is just a tutorial, man. Teaches you how the basic game works. The level design just goes off the walls, and oh, it's so good. Oh, our character's gonna grow. We're gonna have a fun adventure. Gonna eat lots of food. Gonna collect lots of loot. Gonna smash some skulls in. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching. See you later.